One thing you should have as a boxer and as a grown man in general are priorities and things that you stand on and things that you believe in. The last thing you want to be labeled as a grown man is a hypocrite, a hypocritical individual doing hypocritical activities. With that said, Devin Haney posted this on Twitter last night. It is a winning gambling ticket. The man bet on Richardson Hitchens to win by unanimous decision.
The time's up.
I ain't got no issue with Devin Haney gambling. I really don't care what he do with his money. But the man is always acting like he's some type of religious individual on Instagram. He pretends he's a man of God. You can't be a man of God and go around posting your gambling tickets on the internet. Hey, yo, Devin Haney, bro, you gotta pick a side. Is you a religious dude or is you a gambler?
Wallahi. Boy,
If you don't believe in Jesus.
Speaking of Devin, everybody take a look at this picture of Bill and Devin Haney. First off, let me just say, Bill Haney just learned how to use a cell phone back in 2023. And why the hell is they standing so close to each other? What do you think these two dudes are doing on their cell phone? I'ma tell y'all. They probably thinking, damn, how could we get some money? How could we get a big old payday for our very next fight that is not gonna be Ryan Garcia? Who could we cherry pick? Should I go on Instagram Live?
Not Devin Haney.
In my opinion, these two guys are looking for a way to manipulate their fan base, manipulate the public. These two dudes are looking for a way to manipulate a promoter into giving them a big old check. Let me tell you something. Promoters, in my opinion, are now scared to work with the Haneys. They ain't trying to be involved in no lawsuits. What if Devin Haney loses again? The promoters gotta be involved in that whole court drama that they're not trying to be involved with. Bill and Devin Haney are promoters' worst nightmare because they call police.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
Imagine working with Devin Haney. You gotta think about, damn, is Devin Haney gonna sue every time he loses? Devin Haney can't knock nobody out. Devin Haney can't speak. Bill do most of the talking for him. Like I said, no promoter in their right mind would ever want to work with these two dudes again. This is just my personal opinion. I got a right to my opinion. Bill and Devin Haney are a promoter's worst nightmare at this point.
Wallahi, I promise you.
Speaking of lost individuals, Abdullah Mason posted this up on Instagram. It says February. Look like Abdullah Mason is coming back in February. Do I care? Absolutely not. Will I be watching? Absolutely not. Do Abdullah Mason have a chin? Absolutely not. Is Abdullah Mason a talented fighter? Absolutely not. Will Abdullah Mason accomplish big things in boxing? Absolutely not. Is Abdullah Mason just another hype job?
Absolutely.
And George Kambosos is forever gonna live off that Teofimo Lopez win for the rest of his life. You could thank Teofimo Lopez for the reason George Kambosos even exists. George Kambosos was trolling Richardson Hitchens today on Twitter. Kambosos talking about, we seen this scenario before. New York and Eddie Hearn love a George Kambosos show. Rent free. Hitchens rent free on your biggest night. Done deal. What you mean done deal? According to George Kambosos, he will be fighting Hitchens next. Richardson Hitchens had no idea what the hell the man was talking about. Richardson Hitchens said, nah, you must know something I don't know. Why you talking like that? I think this is just a pathetic clout chase from George Kambosos. Ever since George Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez, he has not won a fight since.
What's your goof on?
I am not a big fan of Richardson Hitchens, but I think he will stop George Kambosos.
Tank over everybody.
And Bud Crawford, the pound-for-pound king of the sport, the man who would dog-walk Jaron Boots Ennis, the man who Jaron Boots Ennis fears. He did an interview, and he disrespected Jaron Boots Ennis, but he didn't do it crazy. He respectfully disrespected the man, if that makes any sense. Check this out.
He just, turned down a fight with Virgil to move up to 154 because he said that he's staying at 47. I think Boots going to do tremendous things in the sport of boxing. I think he's going to potentially clean out the 147-pound division. And when he move up, who knows? We shall see.
Y'all see what Bud Crawford just did there? He said everything in one sentence. He called Jaron Boots Ennis a duck for ducking Virgil Ortiz. But he said the man will accomplish great things at 147, meaning he ain't never coming to 154 to see Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford just said that Boots Ennis is scared of 154. He is scared of Virgil Ortiz and he is scared of him. Boots Ennis is not that guy. The man gets booed in his own city. The man is scared of Bud Crawford and anybody who is a potential threat. Boots Ennis is from Philly, the softest city in the United States of America.
Come on, now.
Speaking of clout chasing demons in the sport of boxing, Teofimo Lopez, the man who got cooked by George Kambosos, was on ESPN last night. They asked the man, what 3 fighters do you want to fight next? You're not going to believe this clown.
Jaron Ennis, Boots, Gervonta Davis, and finish with Terence Crawford.
Teofimo Lopez ain't nothing but the East Coast version of Rolly Romero. Teofimo Lopez knows damn well that he will never fight at 147 against Boots. I ain't no Boots fan, but Boots steps on Theo. He ain't never gonna fight Bud Crawford. Bud fights at 154. He already tucked his tail when he seen Bud Crawford in person. And we already know that Gervonta Davis will retire Teofimo Lopez. Why do y'all even listen to this dude at this point? Teofimo Lopez ain't nothing but a professional troll. He trolling y'all when he do these interviews. This is what fighters do when they do not have a fight lined up. They wait till fight weekends and they start tweeting, doing interviews. Did y'all ever wonder why fighters only be tweeting out during fight weekends? You only see clout chasing fighters like Teofimo Lopez and Devin only tweeting out, doing interviews when somebody else got a fight lined up. Like this clown right here, Shakur Stevenson, aka the softest man to ever walk the planet Earth. Shakur Stevenson tweeted out today, I'm the type to say a prayer, then go get what I just prayed for. Shakur Stevenson, you not that type, bro. You the type to say you're gonna fly some bro coach out of Philly to Chicago and then not do it. Nobody believes a word you talking about. Speaking of that bro coach out of Philly, Mr. Greg Hackett, a man with 3 wins and 23 losses. This is not a fake record. The man really got 23 losses. The man was at some boxing event last night, standing against the wall, dressed like a single baby mama, that's right. Why the man got on boots, long socks rolled up over his leggings with shorts over the leggings.
I'm sorry you're broke.
But when you think about it, Greg Hackett is a great representation of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a city full of neutrons, a city full of nerds.
Come on, now.
Then Shakur said, take notes and learn from other people's mistakes. Yo, Shakur Stevenson, bro, you should learn from your own mistakes. Shakur Stevenson is always promising an exciting fight, then the man ends up getting booed every single time. In Shakur Stevenson's last 2 fights, the man got booed, and in the fight before that, the fight where he fought on a Thursday, the crowd was walking out booing. Take your own advice, Shakur Stevenson, aka the softest man to ever walk the planet Earth.
Tank is just the best. Tank is just the best.